Dear boomers, there comes a moment in life when the questions change. In our younger years, we were taught to ask, how can I get ahead? How can I achieve more? How can I secure my future? Now, some of these questions may remain, but as we age and as time softens us and as loss visits us, as love deepens, the Tao asks something entirely different. Which matters more to you, you or your reputation? Which brings you more, your life or what you own? This is verse 44 of the Tao Te Ching, and it may be one of the most important teachings, as we often say about each one, for this season of life. I have a little Boston Terrier here, and by the way, please subscribe to the channel. Renown versus self. The Tao will often ask, which means more to you, you or renown? Renown is how the world sees us, our titles, our roles, our accomplishments. Now, and for many of us, especially boomers, renown once mattered a great deal. However, this is what renown means: career, respect, being needed, being seen as capable, successful, and dependable. But the Tao gently reminds us, you are not your resume, you are not your productivity, you are not your past achievements or your future. The present moment, of course, is the only thing we are. And at this stage of life, clinging to reputation can quietly exhaust the soul, because reputation lives outside of us and peace lives within us. And that is the main distinction that we must concentrate on. Possessions versus presence. The verse continues, which brings more to you, you or what you own? Most of us have spent decades accumulating, and as a result, there's a lot of clutter around that needs to be cleared out. Our homes, our furniture, memories stored in boxes, things we once needed, and things we no longer do. The Tao offers a startling insight, and that is, quote, what you gain is more trouble than what you lose. What you gain is more trouble than what you lose. This is not a condemnation of success. It is a liberation from excess, because everything we own eventually asks something of us, and that is maintenance, worry, protection, attachment, and there comes a sacred moment when letting go becomes lighter than holding on. Recently, in the middle of an ice storm, my battery died in my car. That became kind of a hassle. The paradox of true wealth. Then the Tao gives us a quiet truth. Love is the fruit of sacrifice. Wealth is the fruit of generosity. Not the wealth of bank accounts, and not the wealth of your house and what you own, but the wealth of spirit. And that is what is more meaningful to us as we age. The wealth of relationships that are honest. The wealth of time given freely. The wealth of kindness offered without keeping score. This is the kind of wealth that increases as it is shared. And it is available at any age. But as we age, it becomes more precious. And, we understand it more. Contentment is the hidden medicine. The verse concludes with a profound teaching. A contented person is never disappointed. One who knows when to stop is preserved from danger. Only thus can one endure long. Contentment is not resignation. It is settling. It is not settling, excuse me. It is not settling. It is the deep exhale of knowing I have enough. I am enough. I have lived in a culture that worships more. Contentment is a radical act. For boomers and seniors, it is also a form of medicine because stress shortens life. Comparison drains joy. And endless striving hardens the heart. But knowing when to stop, that is wisdom. And that is something we can meditate on today. A gentle invitation. So I invite you to sit with these questions today. What can I release that no longer serves me? What am I holding on to out of habit, not love? And where can I choose simplicity over strain? Where can I choose presence over proof? And we do not need to become more to be whole. We can actually become whole in every moment that we live. You become whole by returning to what matters. And that is the Tao Te Ching. So here's an invitation. If these teachings resonate with you, you are not alone. In the Dear Boomers community, we explore wisdom like this together. So we explore it not as a philosophy or some distant thought, but as a lived experience. We talk about aging honestly, about letting go with grace, about meaning, connection, spirituality, and what it means to live well right now. And you are welcome here because this season of life is not about accumulation. It is not about how others see us, but it is about arrival in the here and now.